What happens when one airport is designed to handle 110 million passengers every year? At $12.5 billion, Ethiopia's new airport could eventually process around 301,000 passengers every day. Located near Bishoftu, the project is being built to become Africa's biggest aviation hub, connecting the continent with Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. The planned airport is called Bishoftu International Airport, and the numbers behind it are enormous. The first phase is expected to handle around 60 million passengers annually, while the full development could eventually reach 110 million. That works out to an average of roughly 301,000 passengers every day moving through one airport. The plan also includes 4 runways and parking positions for up to 270 aircraft. With a total estimated cost of around $12.5 billion, this could become one of the biggest infrastructure projects ever built in Africa. So, is Ethiopia simply building a larger airport, or is it trying to create an entirely new center of global aviation? The project begins with Addis Ababa Bole International Airport, Ethiopia's current main aviation hub. The airport already handles more than 20 million passengers every year, but Addis Ababa is becoming increasingly crowded. Expanding an airport inside a growing city requires enormous amounts of land, while new runways and terminals can create major disruption. Bishoftu offers something the existing airport no longer has: space for long-term expansion. Located roughly 40 kilometers from Addis Ababa, the new site can be designed around future growth from the beginning. Instead of constantly rebuilding an airport trapped inside a city, Ethiopia is creating a completely new aviation system. The timing of this project is important because Africa's aviation market is expanding rapidly. Between May 2025 and May 2026, airline capacity across Africa increased by around 6.7%, equal to roughly 24 million additional seats. During the same period, global airline capacity grew by only about 1%, while Europe recorded approximately 2% growth. Africa's aviation market is also expected to grow by more than 4% annually over the next 2 decades. With a population of more than 1.4 billion people, rising urbanization and increasing business activity, the demand for air travel could grow significantly. The question is whether Africa's airport infrastructure can expand quickly enough to keep up. Only around 19% of intra-African routes offer direct flights, forcing many passengers to connect through Europe or the Middle East. Ethiopian Airlines already connects more than 100 destinations, giving Ethiopia a major advantage. Bishoftu is designed to expand that network and handle far more passengers. Instead of simply being a destination, Ethiopia could become the place where millions of passengers connect every year. The Bishoftu location was selected for more than just its available land. Addis Ababa Bole International Airport sits at around 2,300 meters above sea level, while Bishoftu is closer to 1,900 meters. That difference of roughly 400 meters can affect aircraft performance because air becomes thinner at higher elevations. Thinner air can make it more difficult for aircraft engines and wings to generate the same level of performance, especially when aircraft are heavily loaded. A lower altitude airport can therefore provide better operating conditions for certain flights. For a major long-distance hub, that can potentially help aircraft carry more passengers, cargo, or fuel, depending on weather and operating conditions. Bishoftu's terminal will use a central design inspired by the Great Rift Valley to reduce transfer distances for millions of connecting passengers. With a planned capacity of 110 million passengers annually, even small improvements in transfer times could save millions of passenger hours every year. The airport will also become a major cargo hub, helping landlocked Ethiopia move pharmaceuticals, electronics, machinery, flowers, and fresh food to global markets. With Ethiopian Airlines already operating a strong cargo network, Bishoftu could generate economic value from both passenger travel and international freight. The Bishoftu project is being designed as more than a terminal surrounded by runways. The wider development is expected to include hotels, offices, retail areas, cargo facilities, and transport infrastructure. This is the idea behind an airport city, where aviation becomes the center of a much larger economic zone. The biggest airports in the world already attract logistics companies, hotels, restaurants, offices, aircraft maintenance businesses, and international corporations. If Bishoftu reaches its full capacity of 110 million passengers a year, the surrounding development could become a major economic center. The airport could therefore create thousands of direct jobs, while supporting many more jobs in related industries. A 110 million passenger airport is only useful if people can reach it efficiently. A planned 38-kilometer rail connection is expected to link the airport with Addis Ababa, alongside new road infrastructure. At full capacity, the airport could handle an average of more than 300,000 passengers every day, before even counting employees, cargo workers, taxis, buses, and delivery vehicles. That creates enormous pressure on the transport network surrounding the airport. A huge terminal cannot solve the problem if passengers spend hours stuck in traffic before reaching it. The success of Bishoftu will therefore depend on the airport itself and the entire system connecting it to the capital and surrounding regions. The total project cost is estimated at around $12.5 billion, with Ethiopian Airlines expected to provide approximately $4.5 billion in funding. The remaining financing is expected to involve international lenders, development institutions, and other financial partners. The scale of the investment creates both opportunity and risk. Building the airport is one challenge, but attracting enough flights, passengers, and cargo to use it is another. The project is being developed in phases, with the first stage expected to handle around 60 million passengers before future expansion towards the full 110 million target. This approach gives the airport time to grow instead of requiring the entire final capacity to be filled immediately. Bishoftu will not be entering an empty market. Dubai, Istanbul, Doha, and Abu Dhabi already operate some of the world's biggest international aviation hubs. These airports connect Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas, competing for many of the same passengers and cargo routes. Even within Africa, airports such as Cairo International and Johannesburg's OR Tambo International already handle millions of passengers each year. Ethiopia's biggest advantage is its airline network. Ethiopian Airlines already has a strong presence across the continent and international markets. That gives Bishoftu an existing base of routes and passengers, but the airport will still need to expand that network dramatically to justify a capacity of more than 100 million passengers annually. The biggest impact of Bishoftu may not be its size, but its potential effect on connections between African countries. With only around 19% of intra-African routes offering direct flights, the continent still has a major gap in air connectivity. A powerful hub could allow passengers from smaller cities to reach destinations across Africa through a single connection. It could also support the goals of the African Continental Free Trade Area, which brings together more than 50 countries. Better air links can help businesses, tourists, investors, and cargo move across borders more easily. The more destinations an airport connects, the more useful it becomes, creating a network effect that can attract even more airlines and passengers. Construction began in January 2026, with the first phase covering runways, terminals, cargo facilities, roads, and support systems, while funding, construction delays, and resettlement remain major challenges. If completed, Bishoftu could handle 110 million passengers annually, with 4 runways, space for 270 aircraft, cargo facilities, rail links, hotels, offices, and commercial zones. The first phase could open around 2030, potentially transforming Ethiopia into one of the world's most important aviation hubs, connecting Africa with the rest of the world.